Sorry, Austin Powers.
I also like to live dangerously.
I have a new favorite British person. So let's go and look up some more about Rupert Lowe and the Restore Britain movement. Now, I'm just on his X here. Footage of the armed police raiding his home late on Friday night thanks to Zia Yusuf's lies. I'm not exactly sure who Zia is. Now Farage's choice to be Home Secretary. Now, in America, if you're kind of a MAGA guy, you're probably fairly familiar with Nigel Farage, and I was actually a big fan of his. The more I'm reading about him, the more I'm seeing like this guy is kind of a turncoat, and he definitely seems to be against the people. As far as I can tell, and let me know, because I'm not British and I'm learning all these kind of like English politics as I go, because it's actually very interesting. It seems like he's against mass deportation, and let's just keep reading. So all supported by the reform leadership supported by Farage. On March 14th, armed police arrived. Does it mean February 14th? Are you guys a month ahead in England? This was 2 minutes ago. I don't know. Armed police arrived at my home unannounced, 3 vehicles with armed officers. I am a farmer. I own guns. All entirely legally and properly. Hey, we love to hear that. The previous day, I had arranged with the police to voluntarily give up my guns because of Yusuf's lies. We're not a big fan of giving up your guns. I was not impressed then to have armed police suddenly arrive on my doorstep late at night. The officers stayed until 23:38, 11:38, right? They confiscated my guns and left. It took so much time as I have a large collection, so a wheelbarrow was required. Of course, everything was dropped and I got my guns back. Yusuf's lies put my family through this ordeal. I supported every way by the reform leadership. I used to be a big fan of reform. That's dwindling by the second. So today we found out it all happened because Farage didn't like my comment on mass deporting foreign bad people. The day he announced Yusuf as his potential home secretary to lead the police. If he did it to me, he'll do it to you. If he did it to me, he'll do it to you. Nothing truer could be said. Look at how the left eat each other alive. You can never be woke enough. You can never be liberal enough. You can never, ever, ever be communist enough. If they're willing to take out their own, who just last week, and I'm speaking figuratively, they supported, they loved, they can turn on you in a second. If they do that to each other, their elites, their version of elites, there's no way they wouldn't do that to you. This man is not fit to lead the Home Office, and none of them are fit to be in government. Let's take a look at this. So he's taking pictures of his home, getting raided by the police, Big Brother. So this is very late at night. Not quite taking the stealthy approach. Okay. I think there's one more video. So we'll just kind of scroll through. So this is something that I didn't know. I didn't know this happened. I really just wanted to come in and kind of check through, Rupert's X and kind of just see what was going on. Let me know what you guys in England think about this, you fellow lovers of the Restore Britain movement, because I already know that the police is doing this to citizens. You can get arrested for memes over there, which is just still freaking wild to me that is actually the world that we're living in. But let's just kind of keep going. There's a couple other things I wanted to look at. There was this, so here, this is the Restore Britain. There's finally a serious British political party that would ban the burqa. Restore Britain. Join the party to make it happen. Ban the burqa. Both the burqa and the niqab, I'm not sure what that is, are symbols of a fundamentally anti-British creed, anti-Christian creed. The view of women that they are based on is backwards. Yeah, it's supposed to be the religion of like peace and stuff, but women aren't allowed to show their faces, and immoral. And they have no place in our public spaces. Countries across Europe, including France, Belgium, and Austria, have already banned the burqa. It can be done. I didn't know that France already did. I always kind of viewed France and England relatively similar as far as their government kind of stance on immigration and the Islamic invasion. If a family insists upon forcing its women to wear a burqa, they should go and live elsewhere, somewhere where the burqa is culturally acceptable. In Britain, we do not tolerate that sort of behavior. Restore Britain will ban the burqa. I have no problems with this. Get it out. You know, before the Iranian Revolution, if you just look up the pictures of Iran before the Iranian Revolution, before the Ayatollah was in power, you could mistake that for Los Angeles or Miami Beach. The women were happy. They were wearing their bathing suits. Dudes were just walking around shirtless on the beach. It looked really, really nice. So this Islamic kind of ideology, I don't necessarily call it a religion. It's more of an ideology, is very backwards. I'm going to get into this guy soon. I don't know what he is, but I've seen a few of his, I've come across a few of his videos that I haven't watched yet, but I'm not sure who he is. You guys let me know if this Charles Downs guy is worth kind of falling into the rabbit hole over. Okay, we have this. This is another thing I wanted to read. Restore Britain has been called far-right and racist and probably fascist by The Guardian, Reform, and a whole host of soapless socialists over the last few days. Hey, welcome to the club. We've been calling fascists and racist and Nazis for quite a while, since 2016, basically, and before. I cannot be clearer in our official party response. We do not care.
We do not care.
I will insert the meme. And for my British folk, that is a meme from my favorite coach, my home team. And by home team, I mean the team that I follow, the Pittsburgh Steelers. We do not care. The illegals will go. The hotels will be emptied. The HMOs close. Jesus, this sounds like every Democrat big city in the United States. And it's only places like New York City, LA, big places. If you go to rural or even like middle America, this type of stuff isn't as bad. It's not as prominent. Although where I live, it was a couple years ago, they imported a bunch of Somalis. And the people were not happy. They weren't having it. Foreign sex pests. Those are probably the R-word gangs. Criminals and invaders will be rounded up and they will be sent home. Far more illegals will enter or will leave than enter. Those foreign nationals here already will pay their way. They will contribute. They will respect our culture. You have to integrate. If they don't do that, fine, their choice. They will leave too. If that's racist to these people, then so be it. It's not racist. You don't hate people because they are a certain skin color. When you move to a country, you have to assimilate. My mom moved from the Philippines legally to the United States. She learned English. I still have in storage, there is stacks and stacks and stacks of English books, like grammar books, where you can go in and every single page, she's underlining things, she's circling things. She needed to really learn English. They teach English in the Philippines, but she really wanted to become fluent. And that's what it takes. She's a football fan. She's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, American football. You know, she fully integrated, and she always had her green card, but just a couple years ago, she actually just got her full permanent residence. She took the test, and she is an American now, fully, 100%. She's always considered herself American since she came here. That's what it takes. You have to immerse yourself in the culture, Thanksgivings and Christmas, and, you know, Valentine's Day, something silly even, and become one with the country that you're living in. Because if you go to somebody else's house and you disrespect their rules or their way of living, you come in dragging in mud off the street, any reasonable person would kick that person out, right? Far more illegals will leave than enter. Those foreign nationals here already, okay, I read that. If that's racist, this is a logical policy platform that the British people agree with. They've just never had it seriously offered before. Our political party is going to tell the brutal truth. Get used to it. The brutal truth is these people are not coming here with good intentions. The roving gangs, and I've heard terrible stories about what these people are doing to these girls, these young ladies. And I actually saw, let me see if I can find it real quick. If not, I'll just cut this out. But man, these are vile, disgusting, disgraceful human beings. You know what? Maybe I clicked off of it and I can't really find it anymore. Recognize the warning signs of a far-right extremist. Full-time employment, literacy, loves his family and country, common sense, obeys the law, may or may not believe in God and Jesus, be a Christian. Who would have thunk, right? Yeah, I can't find the exact post that I was going to talk to you guys about. Let me scroll one more time through Rupert's latest stuff. You know what? I'm not 100% sure where it went. Man. That's awful. That's just awful. As somebody who has a daughter myself. All right. Now, there was a video that I don't know. Maybe it's just for the memes, but it's also probably going to bring a little education that I wanted to watch. And that is Deportation Park. Let's check it out. That could be you guys, man. Oh, what a meme lord. Round them up and fly them out, baby.
They do.
Yeah, man. This guy gets it. He gets it. Whoever's running his campaign here, they get it. So yeah. No. Let's read this right here. Right message, wrong delivery. Please be serious, no memes. Can't promote to friends plus relatives if this is your approach. We need serious leadership. We have enough court jesters in power already. I absolutely disagree with that. And it's not just because the video is funny. The reason that, and I see the Restore Britain movement as kind of, I originally thought that the Reform Party was kind of the MAGA movement. That is slowly turning out to not be the case. This guy seems to kind of have hit the nail on the head. He's not sugarcoating his words. He says, round up the illegals, get them out. They're called illegals for a reason. They're there illegally, right? But the reason that the MAGA movement worked is because you had all these funny little videos of like Trump, like roasting people. It was very much a grassroots movement. Okay. And sorry, Mr. Stick Up Your Ass. This is how you get people on your side. It really, really is. It's the message is clear. It's put in a funny way. There's some levity there. I understand that a lot of the seriousness of the situation, but you have to start on the ground. You have to get to the young people because they will help spread your message probably more than the older generation would. And the young people, they love memes, man. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a culture war. It really, really is. You have to change the culture at a grassroots level. And yeah, this could not be more wrong, this take here. Respectfully, the wrong way to go. If you go with, and you got to stick up your ass and you got, your top hat and your cane and you're giving these stuffy little speeches, dude, that's not going to resonate with anybody. It's not. The message could be perfect, but we live in a different time now. We just do. These like stuffy old dudes, it's not cutting it. It's really not. That's why we liked Trump, because he's a shit talker. He tries to get under your skin. And, we love that. Even though he's older, he's just like the homie. You know what I mean? He's hilarious. And JD Vance, like the fat JD Vance meme is like the best thing to come out of the internet in the past year. And that really just, you can't, even in a serious situation, you can't just be taking yourself so seriously that it turns people off, especially the people that you're trying to capture, the minds that you're trying to convince. You know what I mean? Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Do you like Deportation Park? I love it. I love it. Rupert, my favorite British person since probably Queen Victoria. You know what I mean? God bless. Have an amazing day. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all that stuff. Take care.